It's like 39 degrees out there. It was trying to rain, so there was a couple of times that it was actually, like barely raining. We went to the park anyway. We were a quarter of a mile in before we saw our first squirrel, and then 3/4 of a mile in before we actually started seeing squirrels. But we did see the blue jays and the woodpecker. And so, yeah. The woodpecker, I got a couple of good pictures of the woodpecker. I don't know about the blue jays because they were kind of snatch and grabs today. So, as were the squirrels. They were like, it is cold, it is wet, give me my peanut. It was great. So yeah, good time was had by all. Now it's just come home, warm up. It was a three cat lap night. I had 3 cats in my lap last night. I had one on my ankles, one on my shins, and one in my lap. And then, yeah, it just went from there. So I stayed plenty warm last night. Okay, and I've got one in here today, but he's not curled up. He's hunched up. Not quite loaf position. He's in that dragon position where he's got his elbows up. Like, which actually is a thing, an artist said, if you want to make a dragon menacing, use cat poses. And if you want to make a dragon, friendly and silly, use dog poses. And then I started looking at the dragon poses and went, oh, okay. So, just a little, thought that was interesting. But what we're doing is the Voice Celestial, and I don't know why I'm delaying. I'm actually really enjoying it, but we're starting a new chapter today. We're starting Life and Death today. Whew. So we're going to jump from the frying pan into the fire, I'm really enjoying the poems. I hope you are too. So let's do the housekeeping and let's get on with this. All right. So the housekeeping is just reminding you we are Creative Life Spiritual Center. The website is creativelife.org. The constant contact email, of which you get one a week unless something unusual happens, is info@creativelife.org. That will get you one email telling you what's going on for the week and the month, and the hot links are hot, and nobody will get your email. We do not monetize the social medias. We don't want to deal with ads any more than you do. So what we ask you to do is go to our platforms, and like, subscribe, share, comment, follow. It bumps us in the algorithms, and we appreciate that. And we are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark, and I am the running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I'm on. So we would appreciate if you would, do that, depending on the platform and what it is that you do. So I think that's pretty much the housekeeping. So you can tell that I'm about to do the reading because I turned the light on and, which washes me out, but that's okay. This is not a vanity project. This is about, this is one of my spiritual practices, if you didn't know that, to do this every morning. I just, when I realized it might benefit other people too, that's when I started doing it on camera. Okay. So this is the chapter of Life and Death, and it's got a really interesting little picture here. And then the little paragraph that it uses to start off with, no death can come unto the soul of man though paths may wind through the darkest gloom. For God is life, and you are life, and life are one. More close to him are you than shadow, deeper than the brain that thinks, than the heart that beats, than self that loves and feels upon the earthly plane. Yourself, immersed within the cosmic self, can never know an end. The soul of man endures. So that is the intro to the chapter on life and death. So I'm going to remind you, we have 4 voices as of yet. We've only heard from the Farer, which is me and you, the Scribe, and the Presence. There are the old masters, and I'm guessing we'll get them later on. So we are going to start with the Farer. Thou Presence dear, through whom I fain would see behind the veil of this mortality, acquaint me now if there be meaning to the ceaseless search of man to bring to view that which the ages have not verified why man was born, why lived, and why he died. Is there some monster force who gave him breath to sing and dance, to swiftly lose in death, but soon forgot by gods who turn away to find some other joke, some other game to play? I bitter grow, because my very soul has pain to know. As surely as man lives, does he not die? As surely as he comes, does he not go? Nor leaves upon the trackless waste of time one forward step into the vast unknown. Beyond the blood-stained path his feet have trod, in anguished questing through the endless years, like insubstantial shadows, phantoms of the night, and in the dark man vanishes, to be no more, nor to be seen. From naught he comes, to naught does he return, and leaves no emptiness of space, save in the hearts that also die in pain of grief. For all the longings of the human race, in utter loneliness, do find no slightest hope to light the dark in which they vainly grope. O presence, you stand so near, I pray, is there no hope that I can find a way? The presence. What is this all-consuming hope? The Farer. That I may satisfy my mind of this, that death is not the end for me or mine. Is there, perhaps, some cave of thought which once explored might lead man back from the dark, one ray of light by which life's mystery can be unsealed? The fondest hopes, the dearest dreams, mean naught unless man knows that he shall some day wake, somehow, somewhere, sometime, to greater life, and find some healing from this plague, the dread disease, the fevered need to know I am undone. The presence. You are too soon dismayed, too tragic in your grief. Like the child, exaggerates each moment of delay. Fear not, the child doth grow into the boy, though oft in melancholy held, disconsolate, amidst ideas half formed, becomes at length a full-grown man. Thy mind is young yet. Thy soul awaits the hour when mind matured shall see and know the truth, that souls were never born, nor can they die. The Farer. Can man survive the change that we call death, to find himself not less but more, renewed, revitalized, and self-aware? Forgive these tears. They are not grief, but I cannot contain myself. My heart beats high with hope to hear thy words, that souls can never die. For if man cannot die, then there is time and place for him where he shall find himself renewed in vigor, where all that made him what he one time was shall make him more. The infant grows into a boy, the boy to a man, the man to a soul, the soul to what? Is there an end, or does the spiral grow and evermore expand? And into what? The presence. 'Tis not alone in breadth or height, but depth the soul doth grow, until it passes into the utter bliss of being, where measurements dissolve in him, transformed from thought to feeling and to love, where life and death and earth and heaven are one. If I didn't say that, that was the presence. And this is the Farer. I think you can tell the difference between their voices now, though. I long to see this further shore beyond the shadow of my doubts. And as the earth awaits the melting of the snow, and the early springtime waits upon the harvest, so do my hopes, and all who dwell on earth in greatest longing wait new life to spring. Like blades of corn from the ancient harvesting, life still dear to human hearts, though brief and filled with pain and tragic woe and grief. Why is it that the gods above delight in planting seeds that scarcely bloom till night, draws on and briefly flourishing must die, and dying leave no answer but a cry? One moment in my heart is my heart upheld by hope, the next my hand with wildest fear doth grope. How often would my mind dissolve the suture that binds me to the past or to the future, unborn alike to outer self or in, and never know that I have ever been. The presence. Man, the master over forces, man himself selects the course. He shall follow, he shall fly. Man above the stars transcendent is with the fate no more contendent. He who now can rule the sky, one more field alone to master, into that which he presses faster, faster, faster soars on high. Past the stars his course is sweeping, past the bars of death and weeping. Life is life and cannot die. The scribe. The farer gazed into infinity with face so rapt it almost seemed that he had pierced the veil into eternity. Then, like the beast who fails to arch the wall and gives one scream of anguish in its fall, he cries, words, words, I do not know at all. The presence. No death can come unto the soul of man, though paths may wind through darkest gloom, for God is life, and you are life and life are one. More close to him are you than shadow, deeper than the brain that thinks, than the heart that beats, than self that loves and feels. Upon the earthly plane, yourself immersed within the cosmic self can never know an end. The soul of man endures. The farer. You draw a picture beautiful enough, but even as you speak, I hear a sound that chills me to the bone. The stifled cries of those who mourn and bear their dead away. Death gives the lie to life, nor can the soul, if there be a soul, return to life again. Beyond the measure of the stars in space are those unnumbered hosts of coffined men, across whose burial caves the stones were rolled, and ashes left with ashes, dust to dust. While weeping kindred stood in mortal grief and cried, It is too late, O Christ, it is too late. Hadst thou but come, my brother then would not have died upon the earth alone. Can life be found? I weep because of death, and weep because of chaos and the night that falls upon us all. No one escapes. The presence. In just such scene as this was Jesus seen. And when they rolled away the stone, he gave one shout to Lazarus, Come forth. And forth he came. Deep in the soul of man, life dwells forever, part of the cosmic life, never to die. Thou shalt not go to the narrow room when they lay thy body in the tomb. Lo, how thy soul upsprings with mighty spreading of its wings. And it shall mount in its upward flight to God and the stars and the morning light, to souls beloved in the days of yore. They are not lost, they have gone before. But fear not, farer, thy soul upsprings, for thou hast wings. And we are going to stop there today. I like to end on the presents because the fair is kind of a downer. The fair's, I told you we were going to jump out of the frying pan into the fire today. So we are going to pick this up tomorrow with the fair. I didn't look to see how long this chapter was. Not that long. Long enough, but not that long. Oh, and then we'll go to heaven and hell. They're not pulling any punches in this. They're not pulling any punches in this. Ernest and Fenwicke, they're like, okay, we're going to summarize what we've learned and do it in poetry. So, yep. So, on that note, reminding you that thy soul has wings, I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, wondrous day, fantastic day, magical day, an enchanted day, wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day, a taking care of business day, a getting ready for the day, a bundle up day, a drink plenty of water day, a stay warm day, the weather's going to change. No, the weather's going to change day, a contemplate the poetry day, a read something fun day, a tell somebody you love them day, a take care of yourself day, a take a break day, a take a nap day, a cuddle your fur babies day, a good day. And if that's too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough, just as you are. You are a beloved expression of the divine. You are spirit in motion, God in action, a brilliant light, a divine spark, a divine spark, a beautiful masterpiece. I think I need that nap now. I have an acupuncture appointment though, so maybe I'll take the nap while I'm in the acupuncture appointment. You are a brilliant light, a divine spark, a beautiful masterpiece, and a work in progress at the same time. And as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are godly. All right, explore the truth of your being. Get to know who the divine knows you to be, because the divine knows you to be good. And from there, anything is possible. All right, beloveds, take care of yourself. Oh, wait, hang on. Reverend David will be on around 4 p.m. with you, or 5 p.m. with you. 4 p.m. I mean, he could be. Who knows? David gets on when David gets on. I will be back with you tomorrow's Sunday, so probably around 8:45, unless he calls us off the gym again. And we'll hear some more from the fair and the presents, and and then we'll have a Sunday service for you. It'll be good. All right, beloveds, take care of yourself. Know that you are loved, and I will see you next time.